Hello and welcome to the Map of the World instructions from Mr. McDermott. So here we go. I'm going to start with step number 1. So we draw the prime meridian and the equator. So we go to our page where we're drawing our map and we turn it 90 degrees so that the lengthwise is longer than the height-wise. Then we move to step number, which is to draw the northwest portion of Africa. Which looks something like that. Step number 3 is to draw the western portion of Europe. Which looks something like that, as the camel thing drinking out of. Step number 4 is to draw the north portion of South America. Remember, it's a little more steep on the western side than it is on the eastern side. Step number 5 is to finish Africa, looking for the northern chunk, which I'll show you in the drawing, the horn that is above the equator, and the general overall shape of Africa. So let's see if I can draw this on paint. There we go. That's it's hard to draw on this thing. Okay, I won't point out on here all the different areas, but I'll point them out when I'm drawing them. But Europe and Asia is the longest step, step number 6, and don't forget the Mediterranean Sea, so I'll start drawing that now. There's a chef hat thing. Go out about as far as we did Africa north-south, then we have the Eastern Peninsula, and we got the south of the East Peninsula here. We go down about across from France, we're going to have the Korean Peninsula, then we're going to have the Buddha Belly of China, and the Southeast Asian Peninsula. That's a little thick, but then it comes up here for India, this South Asian subcontinent. Then we go to the Arabian Peninsula, connect back into Africa, but then we got to do the Mediterranean Sea area. So come out this way, at the Balkans and the boot. There we go. That's step 6. Step number 7 is to finish South America, so we'll do that. That's the leaning ice cream cone. There we go, looks something like that. Might want to goofed up a little bit there. Come out a little bit further is fine. Then we move on to step number 8. Which is to draw North America. So we start over here in the western side. Little cherries coming out of the ice cream cone there. Then we have the Yucatan Peninsula. And we have Florida. Come up the eastern seaboard of the United States. And we got Canada with the Hudson's Bay. Come across for the Alaskan elephant. Got the Aleutian Islands. Whoa. Couple thick there. Come back down. And connect back in. I'm going to redraw that though. Get more practice with my paint drawing here, so I'm going to come up a little higher. Because remember, the top of North America should be about on line with the top of there we go, Canada, the Alaskan elephant, and come back down and connect. So there we go. Now, final step. Is to draw the major islands. Start over here in the east, land of the rising sun with Japan. And we go down to Australia. It's about down in here. It's like a bow tie kind of thing. Then we go up to the Indonesian islands. That's horrible, but they go right along kind of the equator here. Then we go down for Madagascar, come up across for England and Ireland. Let's try Ireland again. Ireland is more right off the coast of England there. Then Iceland and Greenland. And then finally Hawaii. There we go. So there is the map of the world. And you got all those features that I've pointed out here, and you will get a score, good score for the 15 points of the map. That goes towards drawing the world. And then labeling different places. For instance, if it's a larger place, like let's say China, and China is going to be, let's say, number 2, you could do a 2 right in here for China. If it's a smaller place, like a city, let's say, how about Washington, D.C., for instance, and let's pretend Washington, D.C. was number 3. You could do the 3 out here in the Atlantic, that's a 3, and then you could point to where Washington, D.C. is, right in there. That's fine to do. So if it's a smaller area, you can point to it. If it's a larger area, you can have the number covering the area. There it is, map of the